I'm Macy Egland. The Suffolk man who admitted to severely beating his 5-week-old son is scheduled to be sentenced today. Vincent DeStassi is facing 17 years in prison after pleading guilty in June. Prosecutors say he shook, punched, and smothered the infant, leaving him with brain damage. The man accused of killing his estranged wife inside her Herrick's home is expected in court today. Police say Office Qureshi stalked Alina Asif for days before she was attacked in October. They say she was asphyxiated and had burns on her face and around her mouth. The search is underway for a shooting suspect in Wyandanch. Police say a 20-year-old is in critical condition after he was shot in the backyard of a home on Patton Avenue last night. Only in Newsday, a Salvadoran man convicted in a deadly Westbury crash was deported before his sentencing. Wilfredo Blanco Molina was supposed to be sentenced Tuesday. Police say he was drunk when he fatally struck a bicyclist in 2024. Prosecutors filed paperwork with federal immigration officials December 16th to keep him in the U.S., but he was deported 3 days later. Lindenhurst approved its new budget, which includes a tax hike. The village is piercing the tax cap and raising taxes by nearly 4%. That works out to about $45 more for the average single-family homeowner. The state is spending nearly $18 million to expand Comset State Historic Park Preserve. 180 additional acres of woodlands, wetlands, and coastal bluffs will help protect vulnerable habitats. The property was previously part of the Seminary of the Immaculate Conception. Walmart is getting closer to turning 2 Long Island locations into supercenters. The store in Islandia is expected to become a supercenter by the end of next year. The other location would be in East Meadow. The town zoning board says it will make a decision on Walmart's expansion plans at a later date. Let's talk about your Thursday forecast now. Another mild day before rain moves in for your weekend. Let's take a look. Today, sunny skies, a light breeze, highs in the mid-40s for most of the island. Yesterday was great, today a little bit better. Tomorrow is dry for the first part of your Friday, but as you see here on the Futurecast, that rain starts to move in around the start of the evening rush. That wet weather continues for your weekend, unfortunately, Saturday and Sunday, so it might be an indoor weekend. We stay in the 40s for the start of next work week.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
Only in Newsday, Long Islanders were expecting lower electric bills this month, but they may actually see an increase. That's because PSEG increased its power supply charge. Newsday's energy reporter Mark Harrington explains.
LIPA last year, there is clearly an expectation that people should be looking at lower bills, lower PSEG bills in 2026. And that may still hold true. But right out of the gate, PSEG announced that there was an increase in the power supply charge, which drives just about half of the bill, about 3% increase in the power supply charge, 3.5%.
And LIPA says despite the January increase, its overall expectations of bill reductions this year have not changed. You can read more about the story on our website, newsday.com. Click Get More below that Newsday TV video box. Here's what's up on Long Island. Take a cruise to learn about the island's seal population. Maybe bring some binoculars. Scientists lead a 2-hour expedition around Shinnecock Bay on Sunday morning. Hear classics from the Simon and Garfunkel songbook performed by folk rock band Aztec Two-Step. They head to the Tillis Center for the Performing Arts in Brookville Saturday night. Or take a trip down memory lane with the Warped Tour Band. Hear them play emo and punk hits at Mulcahy's in Wantagh Friday night at 8 o'clock. For admission information and even more events, click Get More below that Newsday TV video box right there on our homepage. All right, time now for the best in high school sports. Here's Jared Beluzzi.
Winter sports all across Long Island have gotten off to a phenomenal start, including the new sport that Newsday is covering in high school hockey, and that's exactly where we'll start for the plays of the week. In Nassau County, Bethpage 9th grader Riley Policia skates by a defender here, and he makes an unbelievable move. He'll finish, and Bethpage collects their second straight win. And we'll move over to Suffolk County now. Smithtown Hauppauge taking on Sachem, and Luke Anderson gets a terrific pass. He goes by a defender and will find Liam McNamara for the goal. Smithtown Hauppauge takes down Sachem. And we'll head over to the hardwood now. Yency Duran of West Hempstead intercepts a pass, and he's going to finish through the contact as West Hempstead picks up the victory. And in private school action, Kevin Moore of St. Anthony's will dunk on a defender. He reached 1,000 career points in this game. And in girls basketball, out in William Floyd, Melania Farah beats the buzzer with an incredible shot as Floyd beats Ward Melville. And out in Baldwin, it was West Hampton's Kate Sweet. She thought about going inside, but she'll hit the contested three in the Hurricanes' loss to Baldwin. And out in Syosset, Samantha Schneider, calm, composed from way downtown, she connects for Scio. And finally, on the mat, East Islip's Rocco DiStefano, he goes for a single leg here. He ends up taking down his opponent for his 150th career victory. As those were the plays of the week in high school sports all across Long Island. Make sure to join us next week as we'll have some more incredible moments.
See this week's full episode of Sarah Sounds Off and hear from Dunia Sibomana Rodriguez as he looks for his third state wrestling title. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box on our homepage. See more on all of these stories on Newsday.com and watch us streaming anytime on Local Now, YouTube, and the other streaming services you see here. I'm Macy Eglund. We've got more local news coming up.
There's more to Long Island than you know when you picture this. Join Macy Eglund for a journey through some of the major moments in Long Island's past through the lens of the Newsday archives. Picture This, available now at newsday.com/picture this.